Attached, you find another starting application, download it, extract it, run npm install followed by npm run serve, and this brings up another Vue app which I prepared for you. It's a basic Vue app, this one, where you can fill out this basic survey, provide your opinion on this learning experience, and then your data will be saved and output down there. This application uses features we already learned about. We have two main components in the app.vue file, the survey component and the component which outputs the submitted results in the end. I'm managing my list of submitted survey results here in app.vue. Here I got a method for adding a new result. And the learning survey itself, this component, holds this form with an input element which is bound with vModel and with a bunch of radio buttons which are also bound with vModel. And then this form is managed just as you learned it in the forms module. Got a submit method. I'm validating the input, showing an error message. Here, if one or more of the input fields are invalid. A custom event is emitted, the survey submit event, which holds the entered username and rating. And that survey submit event is then caught in app.vue here on the learning survey component. And that then triggers the store survey method where this survey data is enriched with an ID and then stored in this array. And then we have the user experiences component. That's this component here, which simply outputs all submitted survey results with v4. I got another component in here, this survey result component, which is just responsible for outputting the individual list items. Got some conditional styles in there, some conditional CSS classes, and overall this is nothing too fancy. Now of course this application has one problem. If I submit a bunch of data here, we see all that data here, but whenever we reload the page, all the data is lost. And this is not a bug, this is, well, the only way it can behave, because thus far we always stored all the data just in Vue and therefore just in the computer memory. That is what happened here. So all the data we create with all those components is just stored locally in memory and therefore lost whenever this website is reloaded. Therefore the Vue app is dumped and a new instance of the Vue app starts up, and therefore all the data attached to the previously running Vue app is lost. This is just how browsers work. There's nothing you can do about that. But of course, in reality, you are often building applications where data should be saved, and where it maybe should not just be saved locally on the computer of your user, for example in a file or anything like that, but instead where it should be stored on a server which you as the developer own. Think of Amazon.com. All the products which are listed there, they are of course stored on Amazon's servers and shown to the users that visit Amazon. So it is quite common that you need a server that holds data, and then the Vue applications running on the computers of your users, running in the browsers of your users, those Vue applications should connect to your servers and fetch data from there or send data to them. So here, this survey application, for example, should probably not just output survey results down there, but instead the data should also be submitted to your server where it's saved. In reality, this here might even be two separate Vue applications, where the survey form is the application you show to your users, and this dashboard here, where you see the submitted surveys, that might be a Vue application only you can visit. But here it's merged into one so that we can see both in action. Nonetheless, we typically want a server to which we can send our data. And that's exactly what a backend is. It's the other end. It's the part that does not run in the browser of your users, like your Vue app does, but instead it's about code running on a server you as a developer own. It's about a database you as a developer might own. And that database would also be on that server which you own. So it's detached from the Vue app. Nonetheless, we want to communicate, and that's what this module is about.